Hey everyone, so today I'm talking about what it is that makes you unique as a creative. I don't know about your personal life, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not a therapist. I'm not going to talk about what makes you unique as a person. You go to therapy for that. Look up Thrive Wellness Hub. They have a great lineup of therapists who will help you discover what it is that makes you unique and what it is that makes you tick. But if you want to find out what it is that makes you creatively unique, then this is the video for you. So it's a question that I had to answer at some point in my career, and I remember the first time I was asked, I had no idea what that meant.
What makes you so special? The fact that you are special. But if everybody's special, that kinda waters it down.
And as I've worked in the industry, I now realize that there was no way at the time that I was asked that question I could answer the question, what it is that makes me unique as a creative? What is it that I bring to the table? Because it's something that you only discover through a long process of trial and error and figuring out what it is that you like doing, what it is that comes naturally to you, and the things that give you the most joy when you're working in this industry. So if you're a young designer and you don't know what it is that makes you unique, do not fret. And by young designer, I don't mean young. You could be a 60-year-old and you could be a young designer. I mean, if you've just started in design, you don't know what it is that makes you unique yet. You're still trying to figure out the ropes. And at that point, I encourage you to look at as much work as possible, to learn from as many people as possible, to a certain extent, emulate a lot of the design trends that appeal the most to you, because through that you will realize what it is that makes you unique. Because finding out what makes you unique is about knowing what it is that you do, that you can do well, not in a natural setting. So if push comes to shove, what is it that you're going to naturally get back into, and what is it that will keep you going creatively? So you can only discover that through a long process of discovering what it is you don't like doing, discovering the tactics and techniques, and all of those things require practice, like a lot of practice. So finding out how do you find out what makes you unique? Like I've mentioned, you practice, do the same tasks over and over, and find out what aspects of those tasks you excel at, or which tasks you just naturally gravitate towards. Like if you're looking at other people's work, what kind of work appeals the most to you? And when you're out there trying to recreate what you're seeing, which aspects of that, or which tasks do you find just naturally just fit together? You know, like it's like playing Tetris. Which aspects are that little annoying block that looks like a Z, and which tasks are more like that little I where you can just lay it like that or lay it like that. Imagine if Tetris let you do that, but that's not what we're talking about.
Yo, Long Piece, welcome to the party, man. Grab a beer. Hey, I have an idea. Come fill this long gap for us.
But anyways, so the tasks that feel like that little long block in Tetris, that is the key to discovering what makes you unique. Because when you hone in on that and become exceptionally good at that, you realize that that's the thing that no one else can take away from you, or that's the one thing that even in a group of designers who are doing the same thing, that's the thing that when you send it to your creative director or to your client, they'll be like, oh, I really like what he does with this thing. And it's a long process. It's not something you should beat yourself about too much. Beat yourself about it, because you need to feel bad that you don't know what makes you unique yet. Because there's a bunch of people who know what makes them unique, and they can sell that, and they know how to leverage that. So beat yourself up a bit, but don't beat yourself too much about it, because it's a long process of discovery of what it is that you enjoy doing. And personally, I found that being able to have a diverse skill set that isn't just graphic design, that isn't limited to still design, that expands beyond that, from still design to motion graphics to 3D, and also topping that up with strategy, which I really found absolutely amazing. And in the realm of strategy, there's actually a more narrow niche of strategy, and that's psychologists call the gamification, which is the use of game-like structures to change behavior. And that's my favorite side of strategy. I'm not like, with everything there's different fields, and you only discover that by, first of all, doing all manner of design, finding out what it is that you enjoy. I personally enjoy logo design and you know, just the odd photo manipulation. And I love 3D motion graphics, not animation. I hate animation. I know I hate animation because for 3 months I worked as an animator and I hated a lot of the process. But there's one aspect of animation that I love, which is just being able to communicate with elements like text and colors and shapes, and not traditional animation where you take a character and you make them move. That I found that I hate that, and it's not something that I enjoy. So it's not something that I will put as something that I will that it's not something I will pursue personally. But I love the aspect of making titles, like movie titles, or making TV show openings. I love that stuff. And only through practice, only through trial and error could I find that out. So the key to finding what it is that makes you unique, and the best way to find how to answer that question when you're asked that question, in order to get more jobs or to get into the position that you're currently interviewing for, is by practicing a lot, learning a lot, finding what it is that comes easy to you, finding the things that you enjoy doing, and those will be the keys to understanding what it is that makes you unique and what it is you'll be able to bring to the table. So until next time, stay creative, everyone.